this is a little bit different than anything we've had in the past. And if you ever want to email us for couples therapy, you can just email thickrick@theblitz.com. If you want to email us about anything, you just want to, an unbiased opinion on something, thickrick@theblitz.com is where you want to email. All right, this one says, hello, best friends whom I've never met. My best friend said I need to tell you about what's happening right now. I've been dating a guy for about a month, and I like him a lot. Super sweet, super hot. Bonus. This past weekend, he gave me a letter that was titled Dating Contract. Yes, he wants me to commit to the relationship in writing because he's been hurt so much in the past. It was a 2-year deal, and at the end of it, we would no longer be bound to the agreement. I signed it because he kind of caught me off guard. Now that I've had time to think about it, I'm wondering if this is as creepy as it seems. In the contract, it has things like promising not to cheat on one another, to make big decisions as a couple, promising to give each other positive affirmations every day, and little gifts every month. In it, it also states if we break this contract, the offending party has to pay the other person $2,000. Have any other girls seen one of these contracts? Was I crazy for signing it? I almost don't believe it's real, but part of me now thinks he would try and enforce this. What do you think? This is Rachel in Upper Arlington. And first thing I'm like, is she dating Sheldon from Big Bang Theory? Because he loves to make up a relationship contract. But, if you know Big Bang Theory, Sheldon's funny like that. But I wonder if this is where the guy got the idea. Because that was the first and only time I'd ever heard of a relationship contract was in Big Bang Theory. So I'm wondering if that's where he got the idea. But what do you guys think about this?
I find it hard to believe you'd be able to enforce something like this in court, especially when Rachel is coming back saying she didn't have a clear understanding of it. So, even if you sign something, I don't know how this is enforceable, truly. Yes, it's weird. Yes, it's strange. There's money involved. Yeah, it's all bizarre. What I would say is if you really like this guy, even despite the fact that he gave you this bizarre thing to sign 1 month into your relationship, which to me is a deal breaker, but to you, maybe it's not a deal breaker. So we'll go based on you still dating this guy. He's given you a glimpse into what's important to him. What things, what things matter to him in a relationship.
Which are pretty good.
You have a very clear understanding of where he's coming from and what he is looking for in a partner. He did you that solid a month in. So that's nice. I would say that something that he wanted you to sign, and then there are monetary terms here. That, to me, is definitely the part that is so weird. I don't think I could get past it.
It's funny you said you're still dating him. Well, yeah, because if she breaks up with him, she's got to give him $2,000.
I think that I honestly don't think this is enforceable. I really don't.
Why, though? It's a signed contract.
If you can say that you signed it under duress or signed it without a clear understanding of the terms, you signed it because you felt put on the spot, I don't know that that's enforceable in court.
She says in the email, I signed it because he caught me off guard.
Yeah.
That's kind of
And it's also
weird.
a relationship, a contract. It doesn't, this isn't a marriage. There's nothing legal about the relationship. It is you're voluntarily in something. And now all of a sudden you've got a legal contract. It's not signed by a judge. It's not notarized. It's not, there can't be anything legal about this thing he made you sign.
Anybody can draw up a contract for anything, though.
Sure.
And make it legally binding. I don't know. There has to have, some legal experience that could tell us.
I'm on board with a prenup because
that's kind of what it is.
If you do a prenup and you never get divorced, the prenup never comes into play.
Right.
So I don't have an issue with the prenup.
How about if you sign a prenup and you're not even married and you never get married?
That's what I was just going to say. Like this right now, this seems a little like the whole dating thing is a risk. You don't know until you've invested time into it. And unfortunately, time is the one thing that you cannot get back. But I don't, I guess if I'm putting myself out, I don't have the right to recoup all my costs. Now, if you buy them a car or something stupid like that, I can see if it's a high dollar item, maybe that comes into play, but a rules to dating me contract, I would look at that and be like, yeah, see ya.
Listen, if you don't give him positive affirmations every day, you're going to have to pay him $2,000. This is weird, girl.
Right.
Oh, Jake said, and I can't believe I don't remember this, Kelly, but said that last year we were talking about this, that relationship agreements had become a trend on TikTok. I don't remember that.
Keith said 2 words, get out, and I am 100% in agreement on that.
JC said, I think that in this day and age, it seems to make as much sense as anything else. K-Van said, you're dumb if you signed it. Now, somebody else said, if it's not notarized, you have nothing to worry about. Maybe that's...
Ronnie Soldwich said, was it signed by a notary republic? So
okay, that's another one that said that.
So did Madison.
Yeah.
Listen, Rachel, what I would do you have an attorney friend? Do you have somebody you could ask about this? Because honestly, this is so weird. The more we're talking about it, the more I don't like it. How are you feeling about this guy since this happened? Aren't you feeling weird? Isn't this putting you in a weird situation where you're required to give little gifts every month and
That's
positive
weird.
affirmations every day? This is bizarre.
Does he call you out on it? Contract violation.
That's what Sheldon always does.
Send her a bill for the month. Hi, this is what happened last month. You owe me $160 for all the times you didn't do this. Here's the other thing, too. If you're in a relationship with someone and you need to tell them that they need to say positive things to you and buy you little gifts once in a while, if you have to tell them to do that, you shouldn't be in that relationship anyway. Because that's kind of stuff that just comes naturally. Not necessarily the gifts, but saying nice things.
Do you think maybe the contract's like a symbol just to keep us on the path of doing these things to make the relationship
I don't know if there's a
work?
monetary fine if you don't.
Right. But it could be symbolic. I mean, again, I don't know, but we are getting a ton of texts that say it has to be notarized.
And you're going to lock someone into a dating contract for 2 years? This is absolutely unenforceable. I am telling you this right now. There is not a court in the land who would enforce this contract, especially if you walked in and said, I didn't even really understand what I was signing. I was caught off guard and I really like the guy and I signed it. I don't know, man. I'm just confused about the whole thing and I want out. I don't want to date this guy for 2 years. I didn't even know what I signed.
Bill,
maybe part of it's her problem, but I'm saying this is not enforceable.
Bill said one word, narcissist.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's absolutely weird, girl. You need to get out. You need to get out and contact an attorney, somebody who just to consult with you for free. Contact an attorney. Find out where you stand. This is weird. What's coming? This is 1 month into a relationship. What's coming if you guys get married?
The marriage contract?
Blake said, signed or not, if she likes the guy and doesn't currently plan to break up anyway, then the existence of the contract is irrelevant. He wants to make big decisions together. He wants to ensure that they both continue to acknowledge each other daily, so it's whatever. Everyone's focused on the what if and not the what is.
No, you have to focus on the what if you signed a contract that's going to cost you $2,000 if you don't give someone a compliment.
Byron said a contract that is so stupid like this would just piss the judge off.
I agree. That's what I feel like.
To be honest, someone said, if this is how my fiance would have brought that BS to me, I would have walked. I don't even know if I would have liked him that early, and I would have blew him off quite quickly.
Yeah, they've only been together a month, and you signed this contract.
How can you automatically commit to 2 years? That's just something you're kind of in it, and you go, oh, wow, 2 years has went by.
Sarah says, sounds like abuse. I would completely agree. You could argue emotional abuse. You feel like you are... Yeah, you feel like now that you've signed this, it's just a fertile playground for abuse over the next 2 years.
How does that even come up in the conversation? If you're invited to dinner by this guy, and he goes, hey, glad you could make it to dinner tonight. This is my dating contract. I have this presented to you to sign. It's got a lot of stipulations in it. I think it's really going to make our relationship stronger. So, do you need a pen? No.
Who said romance is dead?
It just goes to show you, if you're a hot dude, you can get a girl to sign anything. I mean, why would you ever put your name on this piece of paper, Rachel? Why did you do that? But it's too late to ask the whys, I guess. Now you got to deal with the reality.
Well, here you go, Rachel. Here's something for you. If it doesn't work out since you signed it and it's enforceable, Paul said, I'm not a GoFundMe person, but if they break up and she creates a GoFundMe account to get out of it, I'm in. He'll donate.
I would put a piece of paper in an envelope that said, all the best to you, sign me, and hand it to him. Here you go. Here's there's something in there for you. And when he opened it up, see ya.
Yeah, I mean, you can let him try. You can say, yeah, whatever. You can take the contract.
I saw a hot
and
guy
stick
walking into the Outback Steakhouse. I'm going to go see what that's about. Have a great day.
Well, Rachel, I don't know if we helped you. I hope he can't enforce the contract. And but who knows? Maybe you guys will, fall madly in love and get married, and 2
Now-
years will turn into 20 years.
If the role were reversed and she was fully loaded, and I mean like Mega Millions type money, and she handed me that dating contract that I had to do all that stuff and hang on for a couple of years, and I knew there was millions and many of them.
Yeah, we know.
I might sign.
Yeah, we, and that includes Lauren, know you're looking for
I
a rich
might
girl.
sign. I would straight up. Hey,
He doesn't hide that, Kelly.
like
You'll do anything for money unless it's getting naked. You'll do
Yeah.
that for free.
yeah.
if we're bowling.
Balls out.
Here's Red Sun Rising on the Blitz.